Have we ever wondered why some people seem to live longer, healthier lives than others? Often, it's not just about luck or genetics, but the small, seemingly insignificant choices we make every single day. What if some of the habits we believe are harmless could actually be taking years off our lives? The saying, "The way we start our day sets the tone for the rest of it," holds more truth than we might realize. Yet, many of us unknowingly begin our mornings with routines that might be doing more harm than good. Today we're going to take a closer look at 4 common morning habits that could be cutting our lifespan without us even noticing. Stay with us because the last habit might surprise us all. Habit 1. Waking up too abruptly. The hidden dangers. We all know the feeling. We're sound asleep, the alarm clock blares, and we jolt out of bed, rushing to start the day. It might seem like a productive way to get going, but this sudden movement could be doing more harm than good. While we sleep, our bodies enter a state of deep relaxation. Our heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and breathing becomes more even. This is our body's natural way of recovering and repairing itself. But when we suddenly leap out of bed, we disrupt this peaceful state. The blood flow increases rapidly, and our hearts must work much harder to pump blood to our brains and extremities. This can be especially dangerous if we have underlying health issues. For those with cardiovascular conditions, this abrupt transition could trigger heart attacks, strokes, or other serious complications. Even if we're healthy, this unnecessary strain can accumulate over time. Research indicates that blood pressure is generally lower while we sleep, and the circulatory system slows down. Waking up too quickly can cause a sudden spike in blood pressure and heart rate, which can be particularly dangerous for older adults or anyone with heart problems. So what should we do instead? The key is to wake up in stages. When we first open our eyes, we should give ourselves a few moments to adjust. Stay in bed, take deep breaths, and allow our bodies to naturally transition into wakefulness. We might also consider gently stretching while still lying down to get the blood flowing. Once we're up, drinking a glass of water can help rehydrate our bodies and kickstart our metabolism. By making these simple changes, we can reduce the strain on our systems, especially if we've been rushing out of bed for years. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on how we wake up each day. Do we jump out of bed and race into the morning, or do we allow ourselves time to ease into the day? Share our morning routines with each other, and let's see if there's a habit we're ready to change. Habit 2. Skipping water in the morning. An overlooked mistake that's easy to fix. Let's be real. Many of us start our day by reaching straight for the coffee. We're convinced that caffeine is what we need to wake up, to shake off the morning fog. While that quick jolt from coffee might give us a temporary lift, skipping water first thing is actually a habit that works against us, especially as we get older. Overnight, our bodies become naturally dehydrated. For several hours while we sleep, our systems are still working hard, repairing, detoxifying, and ensuring our organs keep functioning as they should. By the time morning arrives, we've already lost fluids, and going straight for the coffee only worsens the problem. Caffeine, much as we love it, acts as a diuretic, meaning it encourages our bodies to lose even more water, further dehydrating us. When we neglect to drink water in the morning, we're setting ourselves up for a slow start. Our bodies need that hydration to function optimally. Without it, we struggle to flush out toxins effectively, our digestion can lag, and even our skin may suffer, appearing less vibrant and healthy. Over time, constant dehydration can lead to much bigger issues: fatigue, digestive discomfort, and even cardiovascular problems. Think of it this way. Our bodies are like engines that have been running throughout the night, burning through resources. Just as a car engine needs oil to run smoothly, we need water to keep all our systems performing at their best. Dehydration affects nearly every system in our body. It slows down our mental clarity, interferes with digestion, and yes, it even impacts our heart. Research shows that drinking water first thing in the morning can help thin our blood, reducing the risk of serious health problems like heart attacks and strokes. This is especially important as we age. By the time we hit 60 and beyond, our bodies don't regulate fluids as efficiently as they once did, making it even more crucial to start the day with hydration. So, how can we fix this simple but significant mistake? The solution is easier than we might think. Before doing anything else in the morning, before that first cup of coffee even crosses our minds, we should grab a glass of water. Keep a bottle or glass within easy reach by your bed so it's ready to go the moment you wake up. That one simple habit can change everything. Drinking water in the morning not only hydrates the body after hours of sleep, but it also jumpstarts metabolism, helps flush out toxins that have built up overnight, and sets the tone for a more energized and focused day. And the benefits go far beyond just the physical. Staying hydrated can boost mental clarity, improve mood, and help us feel more alert and ready to take on the day. Why not challenge ourselves tomorrow morning? Before anything else, let's drink a full glass of water. Pay attention to how it makes us feel. More refreshed, more awake, more energized. Small changes like this can make a big difference in how we feel throughout the day, and over time, it can lead to better health and more vitality. Habit 3. Skipping breakfast. Starving our bodies of essential fuel. How often have we rushed out the door, skipping breakfast, thinking we'll grab something later, or worse, convinced that it's no big deal to miss the first meal of the day? As we age, this habit becomes increasingly harmful. Breakfast isn't just a casual option. It's the one meal we should never overlook. Aptly named, breakfast breaks our overnight fast, providing our bodies with the essential nutrients they need after 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Without it, our energy reserves run low and our blood sugar levels hit their lowest point, leaving us vulnerable to fatigue, sluggishness, and even cognitive decline. When we skip breakfast, we're depriving our bodies of the fuel they need to function properly throughout the day. Over time, this habit can lead to a slower metabolism, weight gain, and an overall decline in health. What's more, skipping breakfast can contribute to insulin resistance, which raises the risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Imagine the strain we're putting on our bodies simply by skipping a meal that is meant to replenish and energize us for the day ahead. Our bodies crave a combination of protein, healthy fats, and carbohydrates in the morning. This combination jumpstarts our metabolism and helps us stay energized and focused. When we miss out on breakfast, we're far more likely to overeat later in the day or grab unhealthy options when hunger finally catches up. Research even shows that people who routinely skip breakfast tend to consume more calories overall and struggle to maintain a healthy weight. Worse yet, there's a direct correlation between skipping breakfast and an increased risk of heart disease, particularly in older adults. So, what can we do to break this harmful habit? If we're not hungry first thing in the morning, we can start small. Something as simple as a piece of fruit, a handful of nuts, or some yogurt can work wonders in boosting our energy levels and keeping our metabolism active. For those of us who prefer something heartier, choosing a balanced breakfast with protein, whole grains, and healthy fats is key. Think eggs, oatmeal, or avocado toast. And here's the pro tip. It's not just about eating anything. we need to focus on nutrient-dense foods that fuel our bodies properly. Grabbing a sugary pastry or a bowl of processed cereal won't provide the lasting energy we need. Real food is what sustains us throughout the day. Let's ask ourselves, what are our go-to breakfast options? Are we skipping breakfast more often than we realize? If so, it's time to reconsider our approach and take that small but crucial step toward better health. Eating a healthy breakfast is not just about fueling our bodies, it's about investing in our well-being and ensuring we have the energy to live our best lives. Let's commit to nourishing ourselves, starting tomorrow morning. There was a woman named Emily, a busy professional in her late 30s who prided herself on her work ethic. She'd always been a night owl, often staying up late to finish projects and reports, which meant that her mornings were rushed. Her typical day began with the shrill sound of an alarm, followed by a mad dash to shower, throw on clothes, and rush out the door. One habit she had never developed was eating breakfast. Every morning, she told herself she'd grab something later, but later always turned into noon, and by then she was starving. For years, Emily believed this routine was harmless. After all, she wasn't gaining weight and she managed to stay alert with coffee. What harm could skipping breakfast really do? As time passed, though, subtle changes started creeping in. She began noticing that by mid-morning she struggled to concentrate in meetings. Her energy levels would drop dramatically, and she found herself feeling irritable and sluggish, especially as lunchtime approached. And on the days she did manage to grab lunch, her choices were far from healthy. She craved high-sugar, high-carb options to satisfy her intense hunger. By her early 40s, Emily started gaining weight despite not changing her eating habits. Her doctor warned her that her cholesterol levels were rising, and worse, her blood sugar was becoming erratic. This news shocked Emily. She didn't think she was at risk for serious health issues. But her doctor explained that skipping breakfast was a significant part of the problem. Without food in the morning, her body was operating in a semi-starvation mode, slowing her metabolism and causing blood sugar fluctuations. These habits were increasing her risk of insulin resistance and even type 2 diabetes. Determined to make a change, Emily committed to making breakfast a priority. She started small, an apple and a handful of almonds in the morning, followed by a cup of yogurt or a boiled egg. The impact was almost immediate. By mid-morning, she felt more alert, and her energy was sustained through the day. Gradually, Emily experimented with more substantial breakfasts, scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast, or a bowl of oatmeal with fresh berries and nuts. The results were striking. Her afternoon cravings disappeared, her concentration improved, and she began to lose the weight she had gained over the years. Even her doctor noticed the difference, with her cholesterol and blood sugar levels returning to normal. Emily realized that skipping breakfast all those years hadn't just been about saving time. It had been a choice that was slowly undermining her health. Now, as she sat down each morning to a nutritious meal, she reflected on how this simple habit had transformed her life. By fueling her body properly, she was ensuring that she could stay healthy and active, not just for work, but for the moments that really mattered. Time spent with her family, traveling, and enjoying life to the fullest. Habit 4. Exercising too intensely right after waking up. Exercise is vital for our health, especially as we age. But jumping into an intense workout right after waking up may do more harm than good. When we first rise in the morning, our bodies are still in recovery mode, muscles are stiff, blood flow is sluggish, and our heart rate remains low. If we rush into vigorous activity without allowing time for our bodies to properly adjust, we're increasing the risk of injury. Straining our heart and even causing dizziness or fainting. For those of us with heart conditions, this can be even more dangerous. A sudden surge in heart rate and blood pressure can place unnecessary stress on our cardiovascular system, potentially leading to complications. The science behind this is crucial to understand. While we sleep, our body temperature drops and our muscles and joints relax, leaving them less flexible when we first wake up. This stiffness raises the chance of injury if we push ourselves too hard too soon. Our heart is also still operating in a lower gear after waking, so intense exercise can cause a sharp spike in blood pressure, which isn't ideal for anyone, particularly older adults. So, what should we be doing instead? Rather than diving into a high-intensity workout immediately, it's much safer and more effective to give our bodies time to warm up. Starting with gentle stretches or a light walk helps get the blood flowing and warms up the muscles, reducing the risk of strain. Once we've eased into movement, we can gradually build up to more intense physical activity. By incorporating a warm-up routine into our mornings, we not only lower the risk of injury, but also help our body perform at its best. A proper warm-up prepares our muscles and joints for the tasks ahead and allows our heart to adjust to the increased effort smoothly and safely. Making warm-ups a consistent part of our morning routine isn't just about safety, it's about getting more out of our workout. A body that is prepared to move will respond better, and over time, we'll see greater benefits from our efforts. By taking just a few extra minutes to ease into exercise, we ensure that we are protecting our long-term health while still reaching our fitness goals. Think about how you start your day. Do you work out first thing in the morning? How do you prepare your body before jumping into your routine? Let's discuss ways to incorporate effective warm-ups that help us stay strong and injury-free, ensuring our health stays in top shape as we continue to age gracefully. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., Sarah's alarm gently wakes her from sleep. She doesn't jump out of bed right away. Instead, she takes a moment to stretch, extending her arms above her head and rolling her shoulders. Her body feels stiff from the night's rest, but she knows that by easing into her day with these small movements, she's preparing herself for what's to come. The sun is just beginning to rise outside her window, casting a soft glow over her room, and she feels a sense of calm before the day truly begins. After stretching, Sarah steps out of bed and heads to the kitchen for a glass of water. Rehydrating first thing in the morning has become a non-negotiable part of her routine. She sips slowly, feeling the cool water refresh her system, awakening her body from within. Hydration, she reminds herself, is just as important as any other part of her routine. With her body starting to feel more awake, she moves into her living room, where she always begins her morning warm-up. By 6:40 a.m., Sarah is ready for her gentle warm-up. She starts with neck rolls, moving slowly to release any tension she's holding. She rolls her shoulders back, stretches her arms, and gently bends her legs. These small movements help get her blood circulating and loosen up her stiff muscles. After a few minutes, she adds in some dynamic stretches, arm circles, toe touches, and walking in place. Her heart rate gradually begins to rise, but it's not rushed. She's learned that a slow start allows her body to fully adjust and prepare for more intense movement. Once she feels her muscles warming up, Sarah spends 5 minutes doing deep breathing exercises. This part of her morning routine is as much for her mind as it is for her body. She inhales deeply through her nose, holds the breath for a few seconds, then exhales slowly, letting go of any lingering sleepiness. She finds that these few moments of quiet help her set the tone for her day, giving her a sense of calm and focus before moving into more active parts of her routine. At 7 a.m., Sarah puts on her sneakers and heads outside for a brisk 20-minute walk. She loves the feeling of fresh air on her face and the sounds of the morning around her. Walking at a moderate pace, she feels her heart rate increase gradually, and her muscles begin to wake up fully. This low-intensity activity is perfect for getting her body in gear without overwhelming it. By the time she's back home, she feels energized and ready for the next part of her routine. By 7:30 a.m., Sarah is ready for a more intense workout. Some days, it's a yoga session to strengthen her core and improve her flexibility. Other days, she opts for strength training or moderate cardio, depending on how she feels. But no matter the activity, she always starts slowly, allowing her body to ease into the movements. After about 30 minutes, she winds down with a cool-down stretch, focusing on her legs, back, and shoulders to prevent soreness. Then, with her workout complete, she refuels with a healthy breakfast and feels ready to take on the day, knowing that she's done something positive for her body and mind. Let's exchange valuable tips on how we can stay active while prioritizing our safety and take a deeper look at the importance of cultivating a mindful morning routine. What's the bigger picture? Our mornings have a profound effect on how the rest of our day unfolds. By making small, deliberate changes, we not only safeguard our health, but also boost our energy levels and potentially add years to our lives. Whether it's waking up more slowly, staying properly hydrated, nourishing our bodies with a balanced breakfast, or allowing time for our bodies to warm up before physical activity, these habits, though simple, carry great power. They can transform how we feel each day and greatly influence how we age over time. Reflect on our current morning habits. Are there any routines we suspect might be doing more harm than good? Are we open to making small adjustments that could enhance our overall health and well-being? These are questions worth considering as we age, because the impact of our morning routines becomes even more significant over the years. Our bodies, naturally more sensitive as we grow older, respond more acutely to the choices we make. What we do each morning, starting from the moment we wake up, doesn't just determine how we feel that day. It has long-term effects on our health. For those of us over 60, the effects of these choices may already be more noticeable. Seemingly minor habits, like skipping a glass of water or breakfast, waking up too abruptly, or pushing ourselves too hard during morning workouts, may seem trivial now, but over time, they can accumulate and contribute to chronic health issues such as heart disease, diabetes, or joint pain. Why does it matter more as we age? The body's ability to recover diminishes over time. Dehydration, nutrient deficiencies, and physical strain, factors we could once easily bounce back from, now take a much larger toll on our overall health. The good news is that by making mindful adjustments to our morning routine, we're giving ourselves the best opportunity to maintain good health as we age. The journey toward better habits doesn't require a complete overhaul all at once. It can start with something as simple as drinking a glass of water right after waking up. Or perhaps it's about easing into our day by spending a few extra moments in bed before getting up. Once we begin to experience the benefits of these small changes, we can gradually incorporate more healthy habits into our mornings. Let's challenge ourselves. What's one morning habit we're willing to change starting tomorrow? Share it with us, and together, we can support one another in this journey toward better health and well-being. Every morning matters. Life is made up of small moments, and our mornings hold some of the most crucial opportunities for shaping how we feel and how we live. By adopting just a few mindful changes, we can set a tone of intention for the day ahead, protect our health, and lead more vibrant lives as we age. If we found this video valuable, let's take a moment to engage by liking and commenting. If we really connected with the insights shared, let's express that by leaving a 7 in the comments. Conversely, if we believe there's room for enhancement, our feedback is always welcome. And remember, subscribing to Go Hard Journey ensures we won't miss any of the amazing tips designed to help us lead a healthier, longer life. Now, let's reflect. What's the first change we envision making to our morning routine? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments as we embark on this meaningful journey toward better health together. Now, let's dive deeper into how seemingly small adjustments can lead to remarkable transformations in our lives. As we've discussed, the way we start our mornings can profoundly influence our physical and mental health. The beauty of making minor changes lies in their cumulative effect. Over time, these adjustments can yield significant results. Let's explore how these shifts can not only elevate our daily experiences, but also reshape our lives, particularly as we age. While we often associate health with major lifestyle overhauls, the truth is that sustained well-being is built upon a foundation of small, consistent actions. Many of us tend to focus on the grand gestures, like dietary changes or exercise routines, while inadvertently overlooking the seemingly trivial habits we engage in each morning. However, as we grow older, it becomes clear that these little routines can either propel us toward thriving or create obstacles in our paths. By proactively addressing our morning habits today, we can enhance our well-being in the present and lay a solid foundation for a healthier future. Let's consider the importance of gradually easing into our day. Taking a moment to wake up slowly not only benefits our hearts, but also nurtures our minds. Stoicism teaches us valuable lessons about patience and self-control, qualities that extend not only to our interactions with others, but also to the compassion we show ourselves. Allowing ourselves a few extra minutes in bed to gently transition into the day isn't just an indulgence, it's a wise practice. Research shows that easing into our mornings can significantly lower the risk of cardiovascular events by minimizing sudden spikes in blood pressure and heart rate. This practice becomes even more vital for older adults, as it fosters both physical and mental wellness. By waking up gradually, we also help reduce the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which can contribute to feelings of anxiety. Starting our day with a sense of calm creates a peaceful mindset that can carry us through the rest of the day. Hydration is another essential morning habit we should prioritize. Drinking water as soon as we wake up is one of the simplest yet most impactful ways to jumpstart our bodies. It's not merely about quenching our thirst, it's about revitalizing our entire system. After a night of rest, our bodies require hydration to restore balance, boost metabolism, and flush out toxins. This straightforward habit can significantly lower our risk of heart problems, kidney issues, and enhance cognitive function. Benefits that become increasingly important as we age. We should also address the common practice of skipping breakfast, a habit many, particularly older adults, may inadvertently adopt. When we skip breakfast, our bodies are forced to conserve energy, leading to a slowdown in metabolism and potentially contributing to long-term health concerns such as weight gain and diabetes. Moreover, breakfast provides our brains with the necessary fuel for optimal function. By starting our day with a nutritious breakfast, we can boost our energy, sharpen cognitive abilities, and elevate our overall vitality. While remaining active is crucial, diving into high-intensity workouts too quickly after waking can strain our joints and increase the risk of injury, particularly as we age. Instead, we can begin our day with gentle movements, like stretching or taking a light walk, to gradually ease our bodies into activity. In the long run, these small yet meaningful changes can lead to profound benefits. By cultivating a healthier morning routine, we lay the groundwork for a more vibrant life, especially as we navigate the journey of aging. Together, let's embrace these small adjustments, nurturing our health and paving the way for a brighter, healthier future.